Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 181 for the 2nd of October. The months don't keep coming and they don't stop coming. My name's Sloan Kelly.
All right, coolio. My name's Jody Kelly.
Too soon.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Well, that's our lead story, so there you go. That's that. So much for taking it easy and jumping in there with the, hey,
Yeah.
Jody, how's your week been?
I thought I'd keep it dark.
Much like our second story.
Oh, dang it.
Stop going things this rundown. I knew I shouldn't have sent you.
I don't mean to. Never tell me the ads.
No, must be something there tonight.
Oh, God. Anyway, against all odds, we're going to carry on.
Oh, my God. That's good. That was good. I like that.
Right, stop throwing it all away and carry on.
All right. That's enough of that. How's your week? How is things?
Fine. Great. Aye.
Cool.
Nice.
You guys still getting nice weather across there? Or was it
all right.
raining a lot?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I heard it was raining.
That's fine. It's fine.
We had
Getting chilly. Getting chilly here.
Chilly here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We had guests and they left yesterday.
Because of the weather?
Because of the weather getting too chilly. So they left yesterday. So we're now guestless. So the house feels a wee bit empty after everyone's gone. So yeah, there's 4 people here. 4 people here. So we have like a proper full house. So yeah, it was nice. Went to the ice hockey on Thursday night.
Good. I saw a picture of you with one of the big the thingies.
Mascots.
Mascots.
That's Bones of the Niagara Ice Dogs. Let's hear it for your 2021 Niagara Ice Dogs. 23, whatever it is.
I missed out on ice hockey. Dang it.
I know. I'll tell you something.
We just missed it.
Just missed about a week, I think it was.
No, there was ice hockey that morning that we went there.
Was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, missed it.
Anyway, they've got a lovely big stadium now in St. Catharines, the Meridian Centre, I think it's called. I know it's called that. And it's beautiful. It seats like 5,000 people in the stadium, but Jerry Seinfeld's played there as well.
What?
It's huge. Yeah. In fact, I think Elton John played there as well.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant as in played hockey there.
No, not played hockey, no.
I thought they were both playing hockey.
No, they removed the hockey
against each other.
Rink and then no.
Oh, right, they played there as in
yes.
No, in a hockey
as
team.
In,
right, okay.
What's the deal with ice hockey? That
Elton John playing ice hockey? No, I've not heard of that.
I'll tell you something. When he hit that ice, he went off like a rocket, man.
Oh. What is this, pun day? No, it's
Welcome
Sunday.
To Super Kelly Brothers Puncast.
Sunday pun day.
Sunday's pun day. Every day's pun day.
Yeah.
So Thursday was good. Subsequently, though, I have not watched much television. I did watch. I'm looking at the list of the things I've watched, and I watched Andor. That is all.
Me too, actually, because I thought you were going to strike me down because I hadn't watched She-Hulk. I've not watched She-Hulk.
I haven't watched She-Hulk either. And now that we've kind of given up on the whole let's watch She-Hulk.
I've kind of semi given up on it. I had She-Hulk was because we were doing the She-Hulk watch along.
It made sense, yeah.
It made sense, but we're not doing it. I think we're basically going to go for Andor now because it's a much better show. Basically,
go for Tony.
Yeah.
Not according to this isn't part of the tier or anything, but not according to the ratings. The ratings are out, and apparently She-Hulk is still more popular than Andor.
Never.
No, seriously, I'm not kidding. And I think partially the reason for that is it's a Marvel property, and Andor is a bit dark compared to like Star Wars. So you're losing that demographic of Star Wars fans.
I get it. It's not the sort of normal Star Wars show that or film that we've kind of seen.
Used to seeing, yeah.
Although everybody loved Rogue One was $1 billion movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. So yeah, we've people have got a bit of chops with it, but
Yeah.
I can understand it, I suppose. But at the same time, there's so much more substance to Andor than there's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So,
And yeah,
and spades.
to be honest, I think it was I know. I mean, James argues that the comic book is very similar to the TV show, and that's fine. However, I would like to caveat it with not every comic book is meant for everybody else, and it feels like this is not the show. Like, I don't want a wedding episode in the middle of a run. It just seems ill placed, and I know they made a joke about it, and I know we're coming across as being, there's like, people and women and all that. I'm not. I don't. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's not about that. It's about. I don't see where the show's going. Like like everybody's fine in it. Everybody's playing their parts in it, and I don't really have a problem with anybody in there.
No direction whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just that like nothing seems to be happening week to week. It's like it's not moving the story forward.
And see, when it did that wedding episode, I thought to myself, this is just going to be that's the type
Killed the
of show
momentum.
it is. It's going to go, what will we do now? Oh, we'll have a dressing up episode.
Oh, we could do the one where they're stuck in a car. People like those ones, bottle episodes.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, you've got three. What are we on, episode 7 or something like that? So we get like 3 more episodes, and that's the season wrapped.
I hate to be down on it as well, because it's.
I know.
Do you know what somebody said as well? It's a comedy that's not that funny. If it's trying to be a comedy sitcom, it's not that funny.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, it's got a couple of laughs in it, but it's not like rolling in the aisles, laughing.
No. So there's that as well. So anyway, let's start on that downer of a bombshell.
Exactly.
But there is people obviously like it. Like you say, it's it's got ratings and stuff, but
it does have ratings. Shall we continue with the tea?
Yeah.
Sad news from the world of rap. Coolio, age 59, dead. Cardiac arrest, apparently.
Shocking.
A little bit of a shocker because I was talking about him the other day there, which is kind of weird. And then he wound up dead. So yeah, apparently he was because I mentioned it to him. I mentioned
to him,
not to him, not to Coolio.
No.
He no longer returns my calls.
No.
For the good few years.
Not surprised.
I know. How come you're ignoring me? So, yeah. Could I name another track by Coolio? Probably not.
No, but it was massive though in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Early 2000s, whatever it was. Gangster Paradise came out.
Yep. With Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, which was obviously sampled from the Stevie Wonder track.
Oh, was it?
That's a Stevie Wonder track, yeah.
I did not know
that. Yeah.
Talking to Stevie Wonder, do you know that he played every instrument on Superstition except for the brass?
He did that in all his albums, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did he?
He's like a multi instrumentalist.
Like Prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. I did know that. Sold Snoop had a big hit, and I'm sure he was a massive star. I mean, let's face it, everybody knew who he was. So, he must have had lots of hits. We didn't follow him as we didn't really follow him. But
I didn't really follow rap music, to be honest. It's not in my not really.
Oh, did you not?
No.
I did, but not that type of rap music. I was more Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and things like that. Yeah, good old Coolio, his hair.
Yeah,
and his song that he had. So when he did when he played live, he played that song 25 times, and then he went off, did he? And then did an encore and did the song again. Is that what you're saying? Is that what happened? Is that how it
much for balance, much like the band Cars, they only ever did Drive 25 times, then did an encore of Drive, and then walked off stage.
Oh, my best friend's girl.
likes cars?
No, that was one of their songs. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I know he had lots and lots of songs.
Do you remember
Douglas,
Douglas,
a long career.
Our pal, he's been on the show? Douglas said that his then girlfriend, now his wife, bought the greatest hits of the Cars, and I said, what was it? A cassette single?
Mm-hmm. Listen, that's a great album. Get that album or listen to it. It's terrific.
The greatest hits of the Cars.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No thanks.
Why? It's absolutely brilliant.
What does it contain? Rear, front, T-bone.
No. Much like
these are all hits of Cars.
You listen to that, and I'll listen to Coolio's greatest hit.
And we'll meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
And somewhere halfway through the album, I'll be listening to Big Country or something.
Do you also remember the Bill Burr sketch that he did live? And it was talking about how many times can you do a white person comes into a black people community, and you know, and they're all
fixes
hate him, and then they fix it.
But is that not
that film?
That is that movie. But is it not
nothing to do with Coolio? But
is that not the song for it? The White Knight? Does that not know what it's called? The White Knight trope? I think where it's like, oh, you know, urban youth, as they would refer to it. They need our help, and only I can save them. Yeah. But so they got the alabaster-skinned Michelle Pfeiffer to come in.
That was probably the first. Was that the first movie like that happened?
Probably, maybe.
So it wasn't a cliche at that point. To be fair,
it became one,
but it certainly became one. That's for sure.
It did.
Yeah. So Coolio was on the pulse.
Aye.
With his old.
That's right. I'm pretty sure he was probably asked after the fact and said, "Can you write a song around this?" And he went, "Okay." Mm-hmm. And he wrote a song about it. Anyway,
it's a Stonewall classic. You can't take that away.
He's 59. He's no age to be dying on us. So
no, not at all.
Also worrying the fact it was a cardiac arrest, given the fact of my thing earlier on this year. Yeah. Which obviously is, you know, ongoing. These are the places that I think of. Things.
Yeah, it was a shocker, total shocker. I mean, he was obviously a lovely guy as well.
Apparently Diamond Geezer.
You know, yeah, I mean, I remember seeing him in Big Brother, and he was a great guy.
That's right. Yeah, he was in the UK version of Celebrity Big Brother.
Yep. He was terrific. He came across really well, and lovely guy.
There you go. In Bizarro World news, I forwarded this to you, which is from the Daily Mail.
Now, this is a great story. Because we've got two stories here now, don't we?
There's three stories. The first one is you always send me links to the Daily Mail, and I always say, Jody, stop sending me links to the Daily Mail. It's just clickbait. And I'm the one that fell for this one. So that's the first story. The second story, which is the most important one, is this article announced. Yeah. Am I going to...
Daily Mail story's true, though. He did do that. He sold the rights to make but it was for an advert,
commercial,
a Russian advert,
which
makes it even more weirder.
Which is this one here.
This one here. Deepfake, the company that did it.
I'll watch the full.
Oh no!
Oh, for the love of! Just ignore them.
Ignore them. Let's talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves, yeah.
Just an advert. Is it finished yet?
I've noticed there's...
So anyway, basically what happened, well, just describe it. What happened is an advert, a Russian actor was brought in.
I think it's Ukrainian. It's Deepfake is a Ukrainian company.
I thought it was Russian. Anyway, they've deepfaked Bruce Willis's face onto it with his blessing. So the stories come out that he is now, you know, selling his image, a digital image, to.
And the Daily Mail said he's one of the first actors to do it. Or sorry, he is the first actor to do it. But this is an old commercial.
Yeah,
because I've seen this commercial before.
That deepfake looks good. That could be him. That could be him. What? Are you kidding? It looks great.
Yeah, it looks okay. Do you know what looks good? Go away. Is the sorry, it was another advert for lottery. Is the guy that does Tom Cruise on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Like that took me a good couple. In fact, Justin Bieber's been fooled by him, and other people who have got better standing than Justin Bieber.
Yeah, is that not the Corridor Crew guys? Because they used to have a Tom Cruise guy that came in, and he's like Tom Cruise anyway, right? And then they deep faked his face onto this Tom Cruise, lookalike guy. And because he's, do you know what it is? It's because of his mannerisms and things like that. It's just absolutely perfect. It's so funny.
Look, it looks amazing.
Is that a deep fake?
That's the deep fake.
My site's not very good.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute.
This is TikTok. I can't make it any bigger.
I can. Is that Paris Hilton?
No.
Really? But it looks like her.
I mean, it might be Paris Hilton. Who knows?
That is a young Tom Cruise, though.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise looks a little bit older now, you know.
But
by the way, I think this technology is going to go places. I mean, look at the Luke Skywalker stuff.
Yeah.
Up from the Boba Fett series.
Yeah. I mean, it's inevitable, given that what's her face? Audrey Hepburn. They used her likeness in a commercial years.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't kind of deep fake, but it was like reused, and they used Marilyn Monroe as well. They reused footage of her, but it's the ability to take old footage and then put it on another actor.
Yeah, with their blessing.
With their blessing, yeah. But they did a CGI version. I mean, it's all CGI, but they did a CGI, like a computer-generated model of Peter Cushing, and they used that. The actor was on set to do it for Rogue One. We're talking about Rogue One, but that was CGI. This is deep fake. This is taking a series of images and then morphing it to an on-screen actor's face.
I reckon they'll redo those scenes with Tarkin. Because it's CGI, you can tell it's CGI, but they could. Somebody's done the deep fake.
He's got all the dots and stuff on his face. So I mean, you could easily take that shot and recomposite it with the deep fake stuff later on.
Have you seen the somebody's? Can you quickly get that the side by side Tarkin deep fake along with the CGI deep fake? Yeah, because I mean that actor that did that played Tarkin in that, and then his face got replaced. Was actually really good.
Oh wow, that is good.
Look at that.
So the deep fake is on the right hand side.
I reckon they're going to do that.
That deep fake looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deep fake looks amazing. See, you can tell that one is computer and one of them is deep fake.
I mean, it's just night and day, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought at the time when I saw the Rogue One, you could tell it's CGI.
Yeah.
The deep fake thing, you're like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really good.
That is.
It's amazing how subtle it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the eyes look more alive though in the deep fake one. That's the one that always makes me go, that's the fake one.
Yeah.
Because the eyes don't quite have it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we'll get Peter Cushing a deep fake version in Andor.
Oh, maybe.
He
could show up.
The fixed version. I don't see why not. To be honest with you, that looks terrific, doesn't it?
Yeah, see that just looks CGI there, and that looks human.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it's brilliant. I mean, it's amazing.
It's brilliant. Yeah.
It is crazy how good this technology is.
Because Princess Leia, they did the deep fake. You know how Princess Leia in Rogue One as well.
She says "hope" at the end of it.
Somebody did the deep fake in her as well. Just fantastic, brilliant. It's
real good.
I tell you what, that makes me excited because I reckon they'll do a Star Wars trilogy between episodes 6 and 7. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They'll do a trilogy, and it'll be a deep fake Leia, Han,
yeah.
and Luke.
You think?
Together, yeah, 100% they'll do it. I reckon they will, or they'll do a one-off at least, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because they knew that the Solo movie did not work because of because of the recast factor. People can't accept it, and I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it maybe for Indiana Jones, maybe.
Kathleen Kennedy has said no more recasting.
See, I know she said that, and that's exactly the reason why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Because they know the technology is there now. It's got to that point.
Yeah, because did they not? They brought in the deep fake guy, the guy that did the deep fake. So they initially did it with their technology of deep fake, and then they brought in the actual guy that does the deep fake stuff. Yeah, and now he works for them now. ILM.
Mandalorian Luke Skywalker episode, the finale of season 2, was the Lucasfilm.
Was the in-house guys.
That technology.
Was the in-house guys, yeah.
Aye, and then the deepfake guy did it on YouTube. Yeah, and they hired Lucasfilm hired them.
Yeah, they hired them to do the Mando ones that they did with the ants.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Aye, the Boba Fett Luke Skywalker episode. Yeah.
Anyway, going back to Bruce Willis, he denies it. It's Russian firm Deepfake.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're talking about that.
Used an authorized deepfake of Bruce Willis in a commercial for a telecoms company, Megaphone. The company used an artificial neural network to impose Willis's face on there. That was from last year, September 22, 2021. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. Is this is an old thing, but it is not what Bruce Willis, his agency, is saying. They're saying no, it was a one-off. I did not sell my likeness.
Yeah.
The wording about rights is wrong. Bruce couldn't sell anyone his rights. They are his by default. There you go. So that's the quote from them. Also, just for a little bit of balance, Equity, the UK Performance Arts Workers Union, they launched a campaign called Stop AI Stealing the Show. Some are concerned that AI deepfakes could take work away from actors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you've still got to have the actor or an actor.
Yeah.
And then you replace their face.
An actor.
And there's deepfake vocals as well. Because they've done that with going back to Star Wars again, as we always do.
Yeah.
Vader.
That's actually we missed. Yeah, when we mentioned about that, and I said, "Do we have any more stories?" And you said, "No." We do actually have a story about that. We have. I'm gonna
do it.
Oh wow, James Earl Jones has forgotten that he recorded "This Is CNN" for CNN. I mean, to be fair enough, I think I'd probably want to forget I recorded stuff for CNN because I've got issues with them.
So's Roger Waters.
Well, that's the issue I've got with them. So yeah, James Earl Jones, who for decades has provided Darth Vader's iconic menacing voice, he's not going to record any more lines for new Star Wars projects.
That's quite an old story. It's quite an old story, though. But then his voice sounded old.
I guess it's from this week. It's from this week, September 22nd.
Yeah, but that was quite a while ago anyway. But
it wasn't. It was less than 4 days ago.
No,
it was the start of this week. It was. It would tell you when it happened. It happened exactly after the Sunday show last week.
Did it?
Yeah, it was Monday.
Ago, story. Anyway,
this is a brand new this week story. Yeah. So yeah, James Earl Jones.
But listen, when you listen to James Earl Jones's voice in Rogue One, you can hear that it's not quite. He's older and all that. Yeah. So it's the natural aging process. Yeah. His voice isn't quite. It doesn't sound like a young man the way he does in Obi-Wan. And whatever they've done I don't know what they've done, man, but
it sounded great.
That's the best Vader we've ever had, I reckon.
I mean, the Vader that we got in Obi-Wan sounded fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like, I mean, obviously they paid him for his troubles.
Yeah.
But he's given the blessing as well. So
they're still using his voice effectively.
Kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's getting, but it's a one-off payment. It's not a payment every single time they use his voice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, that's kind of cool. So at some point he's going to make an appearance in other things, I'm going to assume. Now that
I think he'll just live on forever now. And whoever was was it Hayden Christensen in the?
They did a mix of his voice and Vader's voice.
No, I don't mean that. I mean in the suit, because whoever
that was Hayden Christensen. Yeah,
he has got the moves down completely.
Yeah.
Because the guy that did Rogue One didn't have the moves the way that Christensen's got it, man. He's got the way just the way he turns, that kind of swift turn,
that kind of
things like that. Mm-hmm. The way Prowse did it, he's got it down. Mm-hmm.
So, talking to CNN, you sent me a video just before we started recording this, and it was Roger Waters being interviewed by this guy who said he's a fan of Pink Floyd. If this guy's a fan of Pink Floyd, I'll eat my hat. Anyway, so he's going so I asked him, I said, why did you start the show with this? Because it basically, he starts a show with, if you don't like my politics, you can just head off to the bar just now. Or,
if you want to see the Pink Floyd hits and you don't like my politics, then
you can go to the bar.
F off to the bar.
And so he goes what do you mean by that? And starts.
Have you watched it all, though?
I haven't watched it all. No.
Because,
I've watched that bit there.
Roger Waters.
Blood boiling.
Roger Waters has got a habit of just kind of being a bit. If you don't agree with my politics, then beat it.
Go to the bar.
But he's talking about how because his last tour, he had Trump warmonger and all that.
Yeah.
And then this tour he's got Biden early starter or something, warmonger early starter or something,
okay.
And he's like, why have you said that? And he's like, well, because they've pushed Russia into a war with Ukraine. The guy's like, wait a minute, what? So yeah, Roger's a bit kind of, come on, Roger.
So Roger's pushing 80, much like Joe Biden is pushing 80. The thing I objected to it was he gave Roger Waters a hard time. Roger Waters is, and I'm going to boil it down to his basic being, an entertainer. And he's given all these.
I think he'd be offended if you said that to Roger Waters.
But he's putting on a show. Like he's putting on a show, and he wants people to come and see the show, and he's being entertaining. And not factual, or maybe he's being factual within his entertainment. However, my point is, if that guy that was interviewing him gave half the effort that he took into annoying Roger Waters as he does to politicians, rather than putting them on a pedestal, we wouldn't be in half the problems that we're in the world, because more people need to be held accountable.
The thing is,
that's what annoyed me about that, was the fact that basically that interview proved Roger Waters' point.
But I can see both sides, because I can see why the CNN guy was like, "Wait a minute, Roger, what?"
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's like how come you approved Plan ABC? Well, I thought it was the best plan to go for this particular thing, and then the news report will go, "Oh, okay." And that's it. Whereas with this one, it's like, no, come on, Roger. Tell me, why did you choose that phrasing? Why did you use that word?
You need to watch it all. You need to watch it all.
Anyway, I saw all I needed to see.
No, watch the rest. It's only 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah, Roger's quite bullish when it comes to his politics. Yeah. And,
yes, he's very bullish.
And it's like, he's talking about China. We don't go into politics in this show, but he's talking about China and Taiwan, and Roger's like, but Taiwan's part of China, and he's like, oh God, here we go. Okay, Roger, take your pills, mate.
I mean, according to the Chinese, it is. Anyway,
exactly.
One China.
Anyway, let's move on.
Moving on.
I did call him Todger Waters for a reason.
I know, I saw that as well. I thought, is that a typo? And I'm like, no, it
wasn't
a typo.
Like,
anyway. Let's not talk about aging prog rock stars. Let's talk about aging prog rock stars.
Oh, God. What?
Phil Collins and 2 Genesis bandmates. My God, how patronising is that headline? Bravo, Mark Savage of the BBC. Let's call you out for who you are.
Holy moly. Okay.
Phil Collins and 2 other guys. That's Mike Rutherford and Tony Banks, in case you don't know who they are.
Founding members of Genesis.
Apart from, and founding members of Genesis and Phil
Collins. Yeah, it should be.
Phil Collins and his Genesis bandmates have sold the rights to the music for a deal reportedly worth $300 million. There you go. It includes Collins' blockbuster solo albums, No Jacket Required, but seriously, but not Hello, I Must Be Going.
I don't like that album.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, but does it include all the other ones? I mean, it doesn't really go into it.
It doesn't go into it, but the bottom line is that by doing this, it's like the Beatles selling their songs to Michael Jackson. It means that their songs can be used in adverts and things that wouldn't necessarily have agreed to before. And Paul McCartney never liked that deal because he never wanted to cheapen the music by selling it to advertising and things like that, because he didn't want it to go down that route, which I respect Paul McCartney for. And it looks like Genesis has done this, but I don't know. I don't know what will be used for Tango adverts and things like that.
Tango, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
probably not.
Invisible Touch, Everest Windows. It eventually morphed into a bigger deal that included music by Banks and Rutherford, including Banks' side project Mike and the Mechanics. Some would say it's a little bit more than a side project, but
Banks' side project. Oh no, Rutherford's side project
Mike and the Mechanics. Yeah. So does that include
I'd say
the one he did with
more
Fish?
It's certainly more than a side project, Mike and the Mechanics, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it doesn't actually say what they got from it. It just gives weird
300
things.
million.
No, it doesn't say. It doesn't give a list of all the songs or albums or whatever. It just says including this, and a couple of other things. But it's like, okay, but what else?
So is that kind of just a full stop then to the band? That's it. They're done. They've sold the rights to the music away now. That's them. It's finished. It
means that anytime they sing those songs or do anything on stage, they've got to pay the royalty holder money.
Yeah.
And the royalty holder isn't them.
It means they're done then. They're finished.
Well, past artists include Blondie, Shakira, Mark Ronson, Chic, Tina Turner, and The Killers.
Mark Ronson sold his stuff.
Mark Ronson, yeah. And The Killers. He's just a young whippersnapper. Whippersnapper.
That's a strange thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't quite get it. But anyway, hey-ho.
Yeah.
300 million, not to be sniffed at.
No, not as big as Bob Dylan, I don't think, or Bruce Willis, but still.
Bruce Willis,
yeah. Not Bruce Willis, Bruce Springsteen.
Good Lord.
Too many Bruces. G'day, Bruce. My name's Bruce.
G'day, Bruce.
And this is Bruce. He's in charge of the sheep dip.
Hello, Bruce.
If you don't get any of these quotes, you need to go and see Monty Python at the Hollywood Bowl.
Indeed.
Well
done, then. Good. More money than I'll ever even sniff.
Exactly, yeah. Hasbro Pulse was this weekend.
Yes, it was. James turned us on to this.
I watched none of it.
I watched the clips.
I was busy.
I didn't I watched the Star Wars stuff and I watched the Indiana Jones stuff because I wasn't really interested in others. So scroll down the other stuff there. It
says fans 16 plus in USA and Canada, 18 plus in UK and EU. Don't know what that's all about.
Scroll down. So featuring Marvel, Nerf, Star Wars, Fortnite, Magic, Indiana Jones, Even Hill.
You don't know about Magic? Magic the Gathering, the biggest card game in the world.
All right. Power Rangers, Transformers, and that's it.
Yeah. And there was a couple of things that came out of it. Apparently, people were complaining because the Star Wars panel offered more teases than reveals. But here's the gallery.
Andor Black Series.
It says Cassian.
Looks great.
Oh, there we go. And there's Luthen.
Yep, looking great as well.
Yep. There is Bix.
People were complaining about our accessories, the yellow things. They look a bit like the things that the signs that you put up for. You got a slippery toilet.
Piso Mojado signs.
Yes,
they do look a bit like those.
They do look like one Mothman looks great though.
Yeah.
See the face sculpts; they're fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, they're pieces of art. These things really are.
Yeah, that one there.
That's absolutely terrific. They got their gown and stuff. Looks amazing.
It's really cool. Folds and everything.
Axe Wolves.
That guy.
Oh, he's
in
the
it for all of 4 seconds.
Yeah.
X2. Hey,
Scout Trooper.
Dancing, disco dancing.
It's got a punch Grogu action.
Hand in his Endor hand.
The face sculpt for Han Endor looks a bit weird.
Yeah, it does look a bit weird. Yeah, looks more like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Not quite right. Yeah. Not that Bruce Lee looked odd, but Han looks odd. Leia looks a bit weird as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wicket looks great.
Not right.
What? Wicket looks great.
That's only kidding. It's because the last two were a bit. But yeah, that that's really good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, Wicket does look really good. There he is.
Of course, it's the 40th anniversary series of Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
That can't be right. 40th anniversary.
Yeah, 82.
It never came out in 82.
83. 83 it came out.
83. So it's coming up for the 40th.
Yep.
So these must be coming out next year.
Must be, yeah.
Oh, see these? See the Cantina band?
Yeah.
Apparently you buy the same. It's this. Well, must be the same character, but different. The only different thing about it is the instrument. Then, so you're basically buying the same figure every time instead of buying a different.
No way.
Then I suppose that's the case.
They do look like bum heads, though.
They do. I remember I did a thing, and it was the Sgt. Pepper's. In fact, I did a few Beatles covers, the album covers, but it was the Cantina band, Hard Day's Night and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Don't know where they went.
See that little thing the drummer's got in the back there? You can actually buy that now. It's a little pad thing that sits in your desk.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen commercials for it on the TikToks. Cassian Andor
looks great.
That's a good package.
See the vintage ones. They look fantastic. Yeah. I like how they've kept the bubble pack because they've
Hunter
the blister pack because they've went away from that because of environmental stuff. Even though the figures are made of plastic.
Yes, because you're going to get a lot of use out of the figure, but you're not necessarily going to get a use out of the bubble.
Doesn't matter.
Hunter 2.
Hunter.
Vel Sartha. Don't know who that is.
She looks great. She was in this.
Yeah, she's the one that.
The new Andor.
The new Andor. Yeah, I do know who she is.
She's one of the first rebellion. She looks great.
Yeah. Palpatine.
Playing his harmonica. Oh, Palpatine. Vader. You taking your pills?
There's Vader there. C-3PO.
Luke Skywalker. I'll carry on. Ursula's having a meltdown. Boba Fett there.
The guy from the guy from the Mighty Bush.
Cad Bane.
The Mighty Bush guy.
Yeah.
Eels.
I'll tell you what, Cad Bane looks great. Live action. Spoilers.
Pike.
Why did they kill him? Anyway.
Oh, Imperial Gardener. That was a good costume back then because that was all cloth.
Man, that was a cracking figure, wasn't it?
It was.
Brilliant.
Tusken. Hauser.
These are proper. Why reveal these? These are pictures from the movies and cartoons. Why reveal them?
That's the end of that then.
Pipeline.
Does this have a? I don't know if this has got it. I don't think it has.
And then you can see the figures there. We can quickly go through these. If you
Sarah Jane, Bosco,
not Sarah Jane,
Fred, Nazi guy,
Marion,
and Sala.
Belloc.
No.
Indy.
Yeah, Belloc. Yeah, Marion Belloc. Indy. Hair. What's his name? The cop. Hair lip.
Hair lip.
And Salah.
Yeah. They look great, don't they? And do you know what? Do you know what the good thing about these figures are? I think they look absolutely terrific. This line of figures. And do you know what the good thing about it is?
What?
You get a part of the arc with each figure.
With each figure. So it makes it
all five. You get the complete arc. How cool is that? And I know it's a thing, so you buy the whole figure. But why would you not want all five? Come on.
See this guy here, Belloc, who's currently he's outfitted in his high priest costume. Is that an early version of Bejeweled he's got in his little thing there?
Aye. It's what's the other one? Not Tetris. What's the other one? Is it Bejeweled?
Bejeweled, aye. The one with the flip 3 thing.
Is that Bejeweled? No.
Aye, it's Bejeweled. Never tell me the odds. So yeah, that's cool.
I think they look terrific then.
Yeah. There was no big prop things though, which was a bit disappointing. Because Hasbro Pulse have been knocking out some fantastic props recently, like the Proton pack for Ghostbusters, which I couldn't justify the price of.
Bonkers the detail going into that.
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, that's a movie prop.
Yeah, it is, and it weighs nothing apparently as well.
Yeah, and the see the Vader helmet that came out. That's a movie prop.
Yeah,
100%.
So I was a bit disappointed the fact they didn't have that, because I've got the Black Series Boba Fett helmet from the original.
You have
one, and it's fantastic. It's really well crafted.
I've worn
it. You have. You put it in your head. So the last couple of stories we've got here center around Google closing Stadia. I think I mentioned this when they first announced Stadia. I said, this is not going to go well, and it's going to eventually be shuttered. And here we are, 2 years later. No one's taking any joy from this, but Stadia is closing its doors in January.
Yeah.
Much to the annoyance of people who have clocked up thousands of hours on, say, Red Dead Redemption 2 characters.
Right. I've got a question.
Yes. Fire away.
Right. So if you buy games off this, don't you?
Yes.
So if I bought Red Dead Redemption 2, I've been playing it, and this thing shuts down, I no longer own the game?
Correct. Well,
so
yeah.
Do I get my money back? What?
There's actually a story of a guy doing that. Red Dead Redemption 2 player Stadia. Red Dead Online Stadia player with 6,000 hours begs Rockstar for character transfer. He spent 70% of a year playing, and that's all set to be lost when Stadia closes. That's heartbreaking, that.
That actually is, because that. Right. I've got an example of that happening. Happened this week to Danny.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing Plants vs. Zombies, and he'd had to get through the same bit 25 times.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Right, which I shouldn't really be bragging about, but whatever it is he had to do, to get this golden character or something, right? And our internet went off. And he had been working really hard to get this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was inconsolable. It was tough.
So
this situation here is similar, but on an nth degree. It's like
6,000 hours.
This dude has invested his life into this, and now he's going to lose it all unless Rockstar does something to transfer it over.
That's 250 days without sleep.
It's not even funny though, because
let's say he played it for 8 hours a day. That's 750 days. That's 2 years. This guy's been playing this.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean,
it's not funny.
It's not funny. No, and that's why I'm I'm not saying anything bad about the
No, you're
the
not.
Google
But I'm
Stadia
just
closing
saying,
because
I'm just saying,
it
it's
isn't funny.
it's
That's not a small amount of hours there. That's 6,000 hours. I mean, it's like 10,000 hours to become skilled in something. Is that what it is? They say it's
oh, the
10,000 hours.
Malcolm Gladwell thing.
Yeah, that one about
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
BS apparently. But let's take that as a measure. The guy was 2/3 there at mastering this game. Think about it like that. Imagine if you got like 2/3 the way through a course and they just went, "Nah, we're not running this course anymore."
I know.
I mean, it's I don't know. This is the problem when you trust Google for things. This is the thing, because they're gonna take it away from you. They did it with Google Cloud. They did it with what's it called? Not Google Cloud, Google Plus. They did it with Google News. They got people hooked in these things, and then they pull the rug from under you.
But you were saying that they're going to Google Play, but that's not this, is it?
That's not this. No, and I've got issues with that one as well.
Google Play is going to be available on PC. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, look at
but
this.
That's
guy.
not to this level.
You don't understand
I don't
how
know.
seriously pissed off I am. 6,000 hours.
Although I would say, I understand why people bought into the Stadia, because it was obviously great, because you could sit on your PC, I think.
PC, yeah.
And then you could go on the train and you could still play it.
Yeah,
and then you could,
but the thing
work,
is that
you could still play it.
So let's say you're a gamer and you're
between...
going like, okay, I can't afford a $2,000 gaming rig PC master race type thing where I can go and play this game and I can really enjoy it, or I could pay $30 a month to Google and they give me a PC that is capable of playing this, and so you're going to take that option because it's only $30 a month. And now you're stuck with this. You're now stuck in a situation where you've got till January, and then after that, the plug's been pulled.
Do you remember I got it for a trial?
Yeah, I played it as well,
but I couldn't get it. But they had no. You couldn't play it on the tablet at the time. So I was like, "What's the point?" I wanted to play the tablet with a Bluetooth
joystick thing.
What do they call it now? A controller. Yeah.
But they're offering a new service as well, which is called Google Play Games. Google Play Games, and it's in beta, which it will never leave. It will always be in beta. I'm telling you, this is the listen to me now, but hear my words, or hear me now, listen to me later, whatever it is. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, Google Play Games beta will never leave beta. It will never, ever, ever be successful. And I will tell you the reason why is because it's a Google developed standalone application that brings your Android games to PC with a single code base. Why would I be writing stuff in Android that I then port across to the PC as a game? I'm going to be writing my games in Unity or Unreal. This is garbage. This is useless. Sorry, I'm pointing the wrong direction. That one, that thing there, that is useless. We already have that. It's called Unity or Unreal. So why do I need it?
I don't know.
I got sent this because I'm part of the Google developer program thing, because I used to release games on Android back in the day. And yeah, I'm not interested. With seamless Android and Chrome OS device cross-device play now in beta in select markets, I've got that. It's called Unity. I can set it up in minutes.
And it'll not give you a Red Dead Redemption either.
It's not going to get you. It's not going to get you 6,000 hours back. That's for sure.
No, you get Angry Birds, and that's about it.
That's right. Yeah. Are you good to move to the next section, or you want to go for a break?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, what are you watching?
We finished Dahmer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Have you finished it yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, we finished it. I think quietly we've got great TV series that everybody's talking about. I think people are actually talking about this as well, but quietly, Dahmer is like one of the best things this year. The guy that plays Dahmer's fantastic. The direction's fantastic. Yeah. The production, everything about it's brilliant. It's really, really good. Really good. And you know, it's probably the best serial killer depiction.
He's probably my top 3 serial killers.
He's my favourite killer of all time. No, as a depiction of a serial killer, it's probably the best I've ever seen. We did have we did have obviously Zac Efron as
Zac was good as well in Shockingly Vile, Completely Evil, and whatever it was. I can remember it. Don't make your titles too long.
Yeah, but I'd say this is better. And I think that it really gets under the skin of, and it also, it's very, very, it shows the victims as well. You know, they don't get skirted over. You know, they have a part in this.
There's a few controversies around this because they said that there's no need to. A lot of people come forward and said there's no need to make this thing. This is a story that did not have to be told.
True.
And
it's been told a few times, actually.
They're not getting any money from it, and there's nothing to help the victims and all that kind of stuff. And they're sort of glorifying this guy Dahmer. So there is a bit of controversy with all of this.
I don't think it
does. I'm just saying that, but that's what the victims' families are saying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and
I'm not saying it. I find it the whole thing just makes me very uneasy. The first episode it took me about a week to go through.
Oh, it's so disturbing. So tense and disturbing.
And Evan Peters is just, I mean, he's not going to win an Oscar for this because it's not a movie, but he's probably not going to win an Emmy for it either because it's like, I'm not entirely sure if they do Emmys for streaming things, but they do, but Severance doesn't win it. So moving on. He's brilliant.
He's absolutely brilliant.
He's really good.
And so good.
Niecy Nash as well, who plays the next door neighbor. She's just fantastic in this as well.
She's terrific. Really good.
Again, she's terrific in everything she's in, but she's just brilliant as the next door neighbor because she's not a nosy next door neighbor, and it's very easy, I think, to make that character into the nosy next door neighbor, and she's not. She's very much
concerned.
It's a concern more than anything else. It's not
disturbed.
It's not a what's happening in there type thing. It's like, what do you do? Like, it's very like she's very confrontational in the scenes I've seen so far. Anyway,
where are you in it? Where are you on it?
I've literally just started the second episode where his mum is at the bus stop.
Right. Okay. You're not far in at all.
That's as far as I'm not in because it's like 10 episodes or something in this show.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and the guy from Burn After Reading is good as well. He plays the dad, the older version of the dad.
I knew I'd recognise them from somewhere, but I couldn't think where.
Yeah, he's the Burn After Reading dude. I don't know who the father is in the old times, but he's good as well.
Oh, sorry, it's the old dad I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I recognise him.
Yeah, he's the Burn After Reading guy.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Listen, it's brilliant. Really, really good.
Brad Pitt dance.
Right. That was
from Burn After Reading.
Uncalled for. Yeah, we watched 1408. The Stephen King short story made into a movie about the hotel that's haunted, or the room. You know this movie? John Cusack?
No.
You don't know it at all?
No.
John Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson is the hotel manager. John Cusack is a writer that writes about haunted houses and things. and he's a total skeptic, so he kind of basically goes around and goes, "Oh, it's all crap."
So garbage.
And then he gets an invite to go to this room in this old hotel, and he goes, and weird things start happening. It's freaky. It's good. It's really good. Okay. And I've seen it before, but Danny, we watched it with Danny actually, and he loved it. He actually said today, he's like, that film is mental. It's great last night.
Okay.
And Life we watched with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal and Sarah Ferguson. Not Sarah Ferguson. Is it Ferguson? She was in Mission Impossible and stuff.
Anyway, Rebecca Ferguson.
Aye. A kind of Alien type copy.
Okay.
Movie, kind of update, which is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The alien's called Calvin, which is cute. Who's a sort of starts as a little globule in a sort of test tube, and then grows into this kind of tentacled, horrible thing that just wants to squeeze the life out of you. It's all muscle, all eye, and all brain. So it sounds like
and zero compassion.
Sounds like James.
James, you live around the corner from.
Don't beat me up.
It's written by Rhett Reese. He's the guy what wrote Deadpool.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds. Spoiler alert. Ryan Reynolds does not last long in this film.
Apparently scheduling conflict.
I reckon that's what
he wrote Spiderhead as well.
I said that to Evelyn. I was like, I bet he's a busy guy. Probably too many. He's like, I'll pick the guy that dies in the first half hour, then I can go and make my next $1 million movie.
He wrote Six Underground. He's been busy. This guy.
Right. Okay.
Zombieland Double Tap. Deadpool. G.I. Joe Retaliation. Zombieland 2. Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Red flag.
Yeah. What was 6 Underground again? Oh yeah.
I never saw that one.
It wasn't good.
But anyway, life is good. Life is good. In more ways than one.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah. So that was good. And Andor, obviously.
Andor.
Episode 4. Which we will talk in great length with James on Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, sorry.
Tuesday, because it comes out on Wednesdays.
Oh, Tuesday, sorry.
Yep, so it'll be Tuesdays from now on. We were doing the She-Hulk thing, but there was a scheduling conflict, and Jodie and I were like...
it's better than Andor, I think.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a show like that we enjoy. I'd rather do one we enjoy than you could probably tell the last episode I really wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather talk about something I really enjoy, and I'm enjoying the hell out of Andor just now. The whole Skarsgård character, Cassian, just that 4th episode really brings things together. And I think this is the episode 1 of 3 that are going to be the kind of they're going to go and steal the wages of the stormtroopers. Is that right?
It's a heist movie.
Aye. Well, this next 3 episodes are going to be the kind of heist. But building the story of Skarsgård and Mon Mothma and their relationship. He's this kind of double-edged character with his antiques shop, and yeah, man, I'm loving it.
Do you know what I hope? So this is the first season of Andor. I hope the last episode of season 2 is him arriving at the bit where he meets the guy at the start of Rogue One. I hope that's how it ends.
If he lives.
You mean if he lives?
Oh, Andor, are you talking about?
Aye, Andor.
I thought you meant the Skarsgård.
No, I don't know about him, but I'm saying that Andor. Like, I hope the last episode is the last episode ends with him arriving at that place where he's meeting his pal. Or
you mean the pal that he shoots?
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah. He'll be in it, right?
I know, but I'm saying that's. I hope that is. That's the last episode. The last scene is him walking off the plane, because it's supposed to be. It's supposed to take over a span of 3 years or something. This show. So it'd be interesting because I get 2 seasons, like I said. So maybe the first half is going to be
it's supposed to. Well, it is supposed to. Where it ends is where Rogue One begins. So it's like, that's the way it's going to be. So yeah,
you never know.
That's great so far.
Dovetailing.
So far, 2 seasons though. They've got a long. Get quite a few seasons that they could mess up.
Yep. Good old Cyril's still kicking in there. I reckon he's going to join the Empire.
Do you reckon?
Aye.
Cyril as in the guy that went back to his mum?
You want to get slapped in the face by his mum?
Aye.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll join the rebels.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surely that was his way into the Empire, and he's getting
slapped down.
Yeah,
so. He gets slapped down, yeah.
Aye.
So he's got an axe to grind against them.
I hope we see Alex Ferns and those guys again. I thought they were great. They get their kind of comeuppance. The guy with the tash, he's like, I had nothing to do with this. I
wasn't even there.
Aye. I wasn't. Me.
I wasn't even
my reputation.
And the guy from the Empire goes, "That's the problem."
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to talking about this.
Maybe
one,
you should have been there.
Yeah. So we'll give a full breakdown on
Tuesday.
Did a watch along? I'm assuming
it's a watch along, yeah.
We'll do a full watch along
with every watch along, which is talk all the way through it.
Aye. So we'll watch along. So watch it first, and then watch it with us.
Yeah, don't watch it with us because
on Tuesday.
Watch it with us, but don't make it the first time you ever watch the episode.
Yeah, watch it and then watch it with us.
Think more kind of director's commentary with interactivity type thing, except we're not the directors.
But you can interact with us.
But you can interact
with us. Within.
Yeah, exactly. Put you up.
No She-Hulk this week, but I will watch it because I want to see where it's going. I suppose, as long as there's no more
weddings,
daft episodes that mean nothing. And apart from watching, I mean, there's movies in our house, like Iron Man 3, heavy rotation, things like that are on all the time. Apart from that, I think that's me. Yourself?
Andor and Dahmer we spoke about. I watched 2 movies back to back. So that the girls, they all went to bingo on Wednesday night, I think it was, and left us to our own devices. So what are we going to do? And I'm like, we can watch a movie. So they picked the movie.
Oh God.
211. With
what?
Nicolas Cage.
211.
211, yeah.
With Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Never even heard of this.
No, you won't have. So it's filmed in Sofia, which is the capital of Bulgaria, but it's filmed as if it's an American show. So there's a lot of European sounding people in it, although they were wearing cop uniforms. And he's driving a Crown Victoria, which the cops don't use anymore. It's set in modern times as well. So his partner is his son-in-law. And Cage is up for retirement. He's been basically mothballed and told to leave. So this is his last hurrah in the force. And so he goes out, and of course a bank robbery ensues, and they get involved in that. And they also have a black kid who's a ride-along. So they have to protect him as well. The film makes absolutely no sense. At one point, the partner gets shot. Non-fatally, but I guess you could argue that he thinks, Nicolas Cage's character thinks he's dead, but at one point he screams at his commanding officer, "They killed my son." No, they didn't. They would have killed your son-in-law, but not your son, because he's married to your daughter.
Right, okay. Never mind that. Is it any good?
It's terrible. It's one
it's
of the worst
terrible.
movies. No,
Right,
don't watch it. It's terrible.
Right.
It's Nicolas Cage trying to make movies so that he can pay
Move
for
on then.
his gas bill. Then, I also watched Lou, which is the second movie, which is what's her name? Oh God, I can see her. Alison Janney. And this one of the Smollett women. I can't remember her first name. She was in Spiderhead.
I've watched that. Yes. With Thor.
Aye, the one with Thor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Journey Smollett. She was in Birds of Prey, or The Fabulous Emancipation of One, Harley Davidson.
Quinn.
That was pretty good, actually. It was. I think the best way to describe it is the last 30 minutes of Kindergarten Cop, but it's the entire movie.
Oh, okay.
So the good bit of Kindergarten, well, I mean, not those bad bits of Kindergarten, but you know what I mean, the last 30 minutes where they run off into the woods and they've got to hide and all that kind of stuff.
Me and Danny watched Kindergarten Cop this year.
It's not a tumor.
We loved it. Loved it.
So yeah, I would recommend Lou. It's on Netflix, and it's made by Bad Robot.
Oh, J.J. Abrams.
Straight to Netflix.
Right.
But it's good. It's got a kind of 80s, 90s feel to it. Mostly because it's set in the 80s or 90s. In fact, it's 80s because President Reagan is still in power.
Not heard of it. So
yeah, it's good. Yeah, Netflix. Nice. Can't recommend it enough. Anyway, and that's it. So anyway, join us on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Jodie's time, which is UK time, and 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is my time, for our Andor. But if you got this far and you like what you see, hit the old like button and share on social medias and spread the word and let other people know that you watch the show. Or comment below as well. Have you seen Lou? Have you seen 211? Let us know below. And if you want timely reminders when we put a new video up, then hit the old subscribe button, notification bell, and YouTube will work its algos. And don't forget, if you visit superkellybros.com, you can also subscribe to our RSS feed, and that's where our audio podcast is. But, excuse me, sorry. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.